morning, social media. My TikTok was banned. My second TikTok that was banned because of Michael Willis Hurd. He did not like the comment that I made, exposing that he is a serial RIPEist and that he's been stealing people's DNA so that he can clone the DNA and do horrible things to people. He's not the center of my conversation for this video today, but I just wanted to bring that up. I am now at a new location, um, so I know that my enemies over there are getting their karma. They've been getting their karma every time I leave the building. They were getting their karma. But what I want to bring up is the concept of cloning. So going back to what Michael Willis Hurd has done, he's been stealing DNA to clone and to have people get impregnated so that they can have children that are like my children, basically, because it's my eggs they're using, for example. Now, why would they do this, right? Why would people do this to targeted individuals? So I mentioned on a couple posts on Facebook, as well as in a couple videos that might have miraculously been destroyed, that we are targeted because we have heightened mental abilities. Now, if you're a normal person that struggles with having cognitive abilities, having awareness, intuition, being able to sense things with your hands or see things with your eyes, on an interesting level. For example, movies, when they talk about I see dead people. There are people that have the capacity to see something outside of this this four-dimensional plane. It's true. This is not conspiracy. This is not um, fabrication. This is not Hollywood glamour lies. This is real. And this is it's sacred knowledge that has been kept from us by the Vatican, by our government, and by the shadow government that is full of elites, of bloodlines that have been taking over and controlling the narrative of the human population for their own purposes. Obviously, negative, ugly purposes and heinous acts. The whole concept of human trafficking has been orchestrated by our own government. Why do you think they never talk about it? And why do you think they're so upset with immigration? They don't want people to move in, find out what's going on. Oh, you look just like me. Why is that? Let's get a DNA test. How the hell are we related? you know? So it's about a way of controlling their narrative, which they have not succeeded. Going back to the concept of cloning, being a targeted individual. Being a targeted individual, our DNA is unique. So they want to clone us for our DNA. Our DNA is also used for taking energy, our spiritual energy. It's also used for the bloodlines that have had so much incest. They use us. Within their own bloodlines, they choose somebody within their own bloodline to be the scapegoat to have organ harvesting from. This has become a game. How long can we keep the human vessel alive? How long can we keep on doing this? And it needs to stop. Being a targeted individual, this whole harassment program is a game. It's a Jerry Springer, Hunger Games, Squid Games, disgusting combination. And I recently found out that I have died 10 times. I've had 10 lives. Now, I've been in this body all my life, and I know I have because of all of the damages from childhood, scraping your knee, cutting this and that, having my car accident 3 years ago. I still have all those same scars to the same intensity that they were back then because they're scars. They're not going to go away. But if I'm cloned at birth, because as targeted individuals, we are monitored since birth. If I'm cloned at birth, then there's multiple ones of me. So they have been doing this to multiple ones of me. And I guess I came in the picture later as one of the last clones or not clones to be attacked. And I was wondering why I couldn't have certain memories, why I don't have certain memories about school, why I can't remember certain concepts. A lot of it was retained, but they re-injected the memories that I had. Now I know this sounds weird because I'm not really specifying how this is done. Later on, when I have a better idea of how it's done. Can I take a poo? Every time I get into a bathroom, within 2 minutes, they're always on the door because they monitor everything I do. Anyway, and I didn't want to say the SHIT word since I'm on here. Anyhow, I've probably only been in here, it's 6 minutes on here. I've probably been in here maybe 10 minutes. So, a poo. Anyway, so if my clone right now, this body, is now no longer allowed to be touched in the game, but people didn't like it because they've been killing off my clones for so long. This is a game. They clone us. They clone humans. Obama was cloned by, from Bush's DNA, I think. Was it Bush or Clinton? I think it was Clinton. I can't recall. I'll get back to you on that. It's just dealing with this is right outside the door. There's no private area to talk because if I tried to do this outside, they'd be over there too. Anyway, there's 4 bathrooms here too. Sorry, this is annoying me. There's 4 bathrooms here, but they have to knock on mine. They have to. These people are sick because it's a game. We are their life. It's fascinating. Let's see what we can do to her now. Oh, we couldn't do it. Darn. Let's see what we can do now. They have nothing inside. So going back, cloning. Targeted individuals are cloned and used for harnessing spiritual energy, our mental abilities, our DNA. We are a game. Our life is a game. No more. People are doing horrible things to other people because it's a game. Satanic cults have made it into a game. Jealous people who want somebody else's life success make it into a game. I have been put into homelessness for the last 5 years, in and out of my life. Well, the last 3 years, in and out of my life. 3 years before, when I was 25, I was homeless until I was 28 and I got my apartment. And then now I'm homeless again since 2022. It's 2023. Well, it's 2025, sorry. I don't know why. I was thinking 3 years, that's why. Anyhow, yeah. So I don't feel like being 60 years old, being homeless, just because you guys think it's funny to hurt me. Aside from the fact that it has to take 1,000 of you to do this to me, and that's just in one cult. That's in Michael Willis Hurd's and Charles Martin, who is in Ohio, his cult. So that's 2 different cults, but I don't know if they're together or what. And then I have to deal with the music industry with Beyonce and Jay-Z and James Vital. And then I have to deal with the acting industry. How many of you need to come up to me? Why are you not happy with your own lives? Why do you find this funny? Is it because you can't enact it in your movies, or you're trying to find ways to mimic it because you have no souls? So you envy the fact that I have one. How sick. It needs to end. My point is, They're cloning us, putting back our memories that we've had in this lifetime, and trying to see what they can do, or erasing our memories. Who knows? I don't know all the specifics, unfortunately, because I know my mind has been wiped a few times. That's why humanity was so obsessed in the 50s and to now in psychology about learning how the brain works. Because if they know how the brain works, they know how to control the human mind, which means they know how to control the masses. Our lifetimes are all in one lifetime. It's like this was my one lifetime. They cloned multiple aspects of me and used them to harvest their organs, to put them through torture, to steal their DNA so that they could replicate another version of me and continue this sickness over and over again. Even though the federal government banned, no, every state banned cloning, the federal government didn't. Why is that? If every state banned cloning, why does Massachusetts alone have over 13 cloning facilities? Humans are cattle. It needs to stop. I'd love to converse a little more, but there's people by the door. What is it? Today is January 1st. Happy New Year. Isn't this a wonderful bombshell to bring?